On Monday, we created Carrick's 4-2-3-1 high possession, high press style of play in a tactic. So if you've not seen that video, go and watch that one. But this is the rebuild of Middlesbrough. At the end of that tactic video, we made Middlesbrough top of the Premier League, 108 points. So it's time to rebuild them into a dominant Premier League force. What is going on there, guys? Kempy here, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a rebuild, and I love doing rebuilds. We made the Carrick tactic on Monday, where we made a 4-2-3-1 system, which was very, very good in possession. Scored lots and lots of goals, and now it's time. Middlesbrough are in the Premier League, 108 points. We've won the league, and it's time to get them back into being a very good mid-table Premier League side. For some reason in my mind, Middlesbrough are a Premier League team. They just are. They come across like that. You know, Wigan, Bolton, Middlesbrough. I don't know if it's just the era I grew up in around football, but Middlesbrough definitely seem like a Premier League side. So we're going to be making sure we can get them back to the very, very top. If you guys can make sure to like this video as well, it helps me out massively, and smash a comment down below on who you think is going to be the stand-up performer for this Middlesbrough side. Now, in terms of how the sim went last time, I've just showed you the end of Season 1 results. We absolutely smashed it. 108 points. If you want an in-depth breakdown of how we did, head over to the tactic video. Like I said, it'll be linked up at the top there. But Cameron Archer up front absolutely nailed it. 45 goals, 4 assists, 16 finishing on this youngster. And this guy is a special talent in real life. Last season in real life, 7 goals in 20 games at Preston. This season for us, 37 goals in 41 games in the Championship. And he is an absolute force. I mean, pretty much a goal a game in the Championship is unheard of. And the man, the cover star, Chuba Akpom, this guy has been unbelievable in real life for Middlesbrough. And Carrick has managed to get the best out of him in every sense of the word. And he seems to absolutely love Michael Carrick as well. So we're going to be making Chuba Akpom locked in this team at that cam role. Now you can see the formation. I will go through that with you guys. For the sim, I locked in Ryan Giles at left wing back because he's been an absolute pivotal player in the left wing back role. I locked in Hackney at that anchor midfield role as well, and I locked in Akpom as that attacking midfielder. The whole tactic itself is a sweeper keeper on support in goal with no further instructions. A fullback on support on the right, cross less often, and if you are going to cross it from deep. Ball playing defender on the right, dribble less and close down less, and the exact same on the left, purely based so we can keep as much possession as possible with them. The wing back on attack, stay wider and tackle harder. The left at DM is the Hayden Hackney role. Anchorman on defend, tackle harder. DLP on support next to him with tackle harder. Winger on attack on the right hand side, shoot less often, no added instructions. Inside forward on the left on support, shoot less often, stay wider, tackle harder. The attacking midfielder on attack, pass it shorter, cross less often, shoot more often, and tackle harder. So that is the Chuba Akpom goal scoring role. And advance forward of shoot less often and pass it shorter. Cameron Archer may have been shooting less often, but he certainly wasn't scoring less often. Mentality is set to positive. We have got a shorter passing to space, focus pad on the left and the right, and play at defence. No attacking whip whatsoever. I've got that in as minimal as possible. Work ball into box, low crosses. In transition, distribute to the centre backs, counter press and counter. And out of possession, it's high press system. It's pressing the goalkeeper much more often as well. And the goal for this rebuild is pretty much going to be to get Middlesbrough back as a mid-table Premier League side. If we can have the next 4 years being right at the very top of our game and being pushing for that European places is what we want to be. It might take a few years of seeing if we can build a club. We don't want to go ridiculous as well. I mean, finances wise, we're pretty much on the line at the moment, but £135 million in net debt. So it's going to be good to try and clear that. In terms of the club info, they've got fantastic youth facilities at 18, fantastic training facilities as well at 18. So we'll see if we can get anyone through the door. One very good young player at the club currently is Sonny Finch. So we're seeing if we can use him to our strength as well. But I've got to go ahead and make some signings. We've got £35 million spend. We've got 140k in wage budget as well. So we're going to have some good fun spending that. So let's go ahead. A realistic rebuild of Middlesbrough. Let's do the transfers for season number 1. Just before I show you spending nearly £60 million in Middlesbrough, if you can, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below as well, like I said, on who your favourite Middlesbrough player has been this season. And follow on all these 4 wonderful things here. We've got Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. No Instagram. And we can, you can get up to date on all the things Kempy. There's also the Discord channel down below. This save file will be available for you to download. So if you want to be doing a Middlesbrough save, or you're a Middlesbrough fan and you're looking for them back as a mid-table Premier League side, well, 2027 is when you'll pick this save up from. So head down into the description below, get in the Discord channel, and you can pick the save up for free. Now, the signings we have made straight away, two things I did absolutely instantly is Ryan Giles coming in on a permanent deal. £9 million. He's got fantastic stats. He's a win-back on attack, great acceleration, great crossing and dribbling ability, which I really like about him. He's determined, and his player trait as well. Runs with the ball down the left, looks to pass more often than attempted to score, knocks the ball past the opponent, crosses early, and avoids using that weaker foot. So he's going to be fantastic down this left-hand side. And he's actually a very good young player. I believe he's actually from Wolves is where we signed him from. He is. He just had lots and lots of loans out in the Championship. And last season, 10 assists for us. He's an absolute demon. And you might have seen the next man we signed as well. We went big. Cameron Archer, basically a goal a game in the Championship. He is now going to be a Premier League striker for Middlesbrough. 37 goals last season. If he can replicate half of them in the Premier League this season, that would be fantastic. But a big signing, £23.5 million we spent on him. 16 finishing, 15 acceleration, 15 pace, 12 dribbling, 13 first touch, 14 determination. No player traits, but just 21 years of age. He's 5'7". He's going to be an absolute demon for us up top. Next signing we made was Derek Rennie on a free contract. That was the youth player. We hadn't read the contracts bit yet, so there's him in. Scott McKenna, a Scottish centre-back, obviously currently at Nottingham Forest in real life, just 25, 26 years of age. A very good centre-back, great leadership at the back. And I feel like someone with a little bit of Premier League experience for £2.4 million is always spent on him is an absolute bargain. And speaking of a bargain, Sandy Berg, £6 million we spent on him. He's a very well all-rounded midfielder, combative, great on the ball as well, and just 25 years of age. It seems like this guy has been around for absolute years. I mean, you look down the bottom right, he's been at Asker since 2012. So we're talking 11 years ago. So we're talking 14 years of age. This man was on the radar of Foot Manager, and I remember him at KRC Genk before his move to Sheffield United. And now he's a Middlesbrough lad in midfield for a very humble fee of £6 million. And the last signing of this transfer window is Luis Junior, a very, very good goalkeeper. £17.5 million from Femouchiao as well. He looks absolutely stunning. I mean, great aerial reach, great jump and reach, great concentration, right reflexes are 16, 18 rushing out. He's consistent. He's 6'4". He's 22 years of age. And if you guys have not used this man on your save, go and get him. He's absolutely superb. I mean, for Femouchiao last season, a 7.6 average rating in the Premier League, where they ended up coming. Did he carry them to anything good? It'll be interesting if we could see it, but we can't because I didn't have that turned on back then. But he's a very, very good goalkeeper. And his backup is Jack Butland. Been at Manchester United, a nice bit of experience for 6 months, a free contract, a very good one at that, I must say. And a good loan signing as well. Facundo Buonanotte has obviously signed for Brighton in real life from Rosario. A very good 18-year-old, 5'9", tricky little centre attacking mid right winger. Is going to be fantastic right winger for us. Him and Isaiah Jones on that right-hand side are going to be playing in and around each other. And talking about our strongest 11, this is how we are looking. Luis Junior in goal. Jigsteel at right back position with Dale Fry and McKenna in the centre back roles. Ryan Giles at left back, Hackney and Berg in midfield, Marcus Force as that left winger, Buonanotte as the right winger, Akpom in cam and Archer up front, and some decent young players here as well. One player that I have no idea the story of him at all, but Martin Pereiro is on loan in real life at Boca Juniors, I believe. He has been for 2 years. He looks fantastic. I mean, as a backup centre mid, he looks absolutely brilliant, and I'm excited to see what he can do for us as well. But money pretty much spent out. We've got no more money to spend. Finances-wise, we are in the red. Debt-wise, we are up to 170 million. So we need to be a little bit more careful. Prediction-wise, in the Premier League, we are predicted to finish in a grand total of 19th. So it's going to have to be a good tactic to keep us safe this season. Let's see if we can do it. Can Carrick's 4-2-3-1 steer us to safety in the first season? Well, the goal was to steer into safety, and that is exactly what has happened. We didn't manage to hit the magic 40 points mark, but 5 points clear of relegation, where Luton, Everton and Palace all back down. Leicester, Wolves and Middlesbrough just about to stay up, as well as Nottingham Forest. So, you know, a big gap there into 12th place of Brentford on 50 points. 3 points behind Norwich and, level on points of Forest. So 15th place, we'd definitely take that. I mean, for some reason, start the league, we were bloody first at some point. We must have kicked off an absolute storm to start the league. I mean, Cameron Archer, I asked for half the goals of 37. The man delivered. He got 19 goals in the league. Very, very happy with that signing. FA Cup, third rounded by Forest in the FA Cup, which is annoying. Carabao Cup, we did lose to Brentford. You know what? We could have actually won a trophy there because a final against West Ham would have been good fun. But semi-final in the Carabao Cup by Brentford, a very good run, which is good to see. In terms of squad, who performed well? I mean, Cameron Archer smashed it. Marcus Forss at the left wing role as well. Just 18 starts, 25 off the bench, 10 goals, 5 assists. Chuba Akpom didn't do too badly on his return into Premier League football, 9 goals and 4 assists. He's going to be locked in for the majority of this sim because I want to see how he can do in the Premier League. I mean, average rating wise, Jack Butland when he played was very good. Akpom actually the best all-round starter. Mark Bowler, as the games at left back when he did play, was good. Luis Jr. in goal, very good. Buonanotte, a very good loan spell. Sanderberg, just consistent in there, which is what we wanted to see. Isaiah Jones as well. I did mention him previously. This man is very, very good. He actually develops really well as well. He's come from Queen of the South in Scotland, and he's actually a very good player. He's very, very versatile. Can play anywhere on the left side, anywhere on the right side, and even play up top. But he's been very, very good, and he does get very, very good in this save as well. So Isaiah Jones has been decent data hub wise, but not scoring quite as many goals as we should be, and we're conceding too many goals. So the area to sort of get a good, and I think is going to be the attacking positions and also the defensive positions. Midfield, I think we're quite set. Hackney and Burge is a very, very good pair. So I'm excited to see how they can progress. Next season is going to be a difficult one. Have we got the money to spend? Yes, we have. 45 million to spend, and the debt and loan is down to 100 million. So we cleared off 70 million as well. In terms of youth, did we bring anyone good through the youth academy? I'm not sure if that happens just yet, but Christian Gaskin is a 16-year-old left back. He looks quite good, 5-star potential on him. Solly Finch has been out on loan as well. How did he get on? He played 3 games. I mean, 6 starts though off the bench of the Championship is no bad thing for a young man like himself. And Patrick Lenchez as well, another very good midfielder. But yeah, we need to go through, get a bit more of these young players through the door, and we'll see what we can do for this transfer window. Let's see if we can find any absolute bargains for this Middlesbrough side. I mean, what a way to kick off a transfer window. Hugo Ekitike, I mean, this man was wanted by Newcastle, ends up signing for PSG, and to be honest, I've not heard much of him in real life. I mean, in real life, he's on loan at Reims, I believe. He's back where the club where he initially burst onto the scene, and he looks absolutely fantastic as a left winger, as a right winger, as a striker. This guy's going to be really good for us. Very well rounded. He's not quite as quick as I remember, but 6'2", decent finishing, good determination, runs with the ball down the right, knocks the ball past the opponent. He's going to be good for us. A great value on him as well with £30 million. We paid just 17 million for him. So he was a massive signing for us this summer. Cameron Humphreys, another very good player, has come in from Ipswich, £13 million. I mean, I've just done a sim with Ipswich for a Kieran McKenna tactic on Friday and a rebuild on Sunday, so he's going to be playing a big part in that, I imagine. Looks fantastic, was great stamina, again, very well rounded stats, and there is definitely a style of player that both McKenna and Carrick like, and it is that playmaker in midfield. Hackney and Humphreys I think is a very good pairing, and even a rotation option between the two of them as well. So very happy with that signing as well. I think it was quite an expensive one of £13 million. It certainly was. But moving on to Oscar Wilhelmsson, a young striker we have signed. He doesn't really develop into too much in the end. £5.5 million we did spend. Great potential in, but he just didn't manage to crack into the team over the man, the myth, the legend that is Cameron Archer. A very good sign here that I'm very proud of is Charlie Creswell. He's been doing very good for Leeds for Millwall in real life. He's 21 years of age now, 6'3", a very good defensive centre half, and a signing of just £15 million. Some great stats in there, some great strength, some great marking, heading and tackling. The holy trinity of defenders, he does very well there. And Guille Rosas, a guy I've never really heard of, to be fair, comes from Sporting Gijon in Spain. Fantastic stamina. Great work rate, great determination. He's brave, he's aggressive, he's 5'9". Again, very good in defending, good tackling, good marking. Heading is not too needed at that right big role, but he can dribble, he can cross, he's aggressive, he's quick, gets forward whenever possible and hugs the line as well. So he's going to help us spread the play down that right hand side and hopefully get even more involved. He is a little bit injury prone, so we'll have to see if that does hamper us, but he's a very consistent performer as well and does enjoy big matches. And for just £3.3 million, I think that's an absolute steal. Riley McGree did up leaving. He went to Spartak Moscow for £7.5 million. And in terms of sales last year, we didn't really have too many players leaving in the end. Matt Crooks left to Sheffield United. I don't think I told you guys that. But our best team right now then, we are looking at, if we quick pick this as... Where are we? Best 11. You're looking at Luis Jr. in goal, Rojas, Fry, and McKenna and Giles at the back. So improve the right back position. Chicksteel, not the best. Humphreys and Hackney in midfield, as I expected it might be. Isaiah Jones at right wing. Sanderberg's gone into the cam role, so that's going to be Chuba Akpom. Forwards at the left and Archer up top. I imagine that what will play more often than not will be Hugo in there. It'll be Berge in there for you. And then instead of you, it'll be Chuba Akpom as well. So that's how the team is mainly going to line up. But a very, very good window. Hopefully, you guys approve the assignments we have made. Debt-wise, we are at £147 million again because I keep spending an outrageous amount of money. But Season 3 was to become 15th last season. It'll be good to progress maybe into 12th, maybe. I mean, have the season preview been done yet? I imagine it has been. It has us bottom of the league, which I think is very, very rude. So we'll have to see. Hopefully we can do absolute bits. Given the fact that we were predicted to come in 20th place, we've only moved up one place to 14th, but we've moved a massive 9 points clear of where we were last season. 48 points, which puts us just 9 points now outside of 9th place and being in the top half of the Premier League. So a very, very good season this season. Semi-final of the Carabao Cup yet again, this time by Liverpool, who did go on to win the trophy. FA Cup 4th rounded by Fulham, a little bit frustrating again. Cameron Archer, again, a very good season. 20 goals at this time. He's done very, very well there. So happy with how he has got on. But for some reason that says that. Highest average rating, Chuba Akpom, 10 goals at 9 assists, 44 games. Very, very good in that cam role. Very happy with him. He is progressing. And then Marcus Forss as well. 11 goals, 8 assists. From that left wing role, is having a very, very good time over there. Very consistent player. Not really got the most outrageous of stats, but certainly doing very well for us indeed. In terms of assists, Ryan Giles, 10 assists. Akpom, 9, Forss, 8. Ekatike, 38 games, 6 goals, 6 assists. A little bit disappointing, if I'm honest. I don't want to see a little bit more from him, but, you know, we'll see. He was playing in that right wing role, so a bit of a difficult one. Isaiah Jones, and you can see he's played 30 games left effectively. Just 4 goals less, but the same amount of assists. So maybe that could be a role we do end up switching out. 24 goals from Cameron Archer, like I said, and not a bad season at all. Data hub-wise, we've certainly closed in on that goals per game now. We are bang on the average, so that's very good to see. Conceded per game, if that can leave the screen, we might be able to see it. We are definitely more on this right-hand side as well. So just conceding a little bit too many goals, so we'll make sure to try and do that in the transfer window. £56 million to spend. All the money in the world, and the debt is now at 126. It's sort of stable around that 100 million, but in the bank, you know, we'll take the money in the bank over anything. That's the most important thing. End of season 3, this is. Start of season 4, we've now got to sort of progress. Can we become a top half side? Let's see what signs we can make to make that happen. If you guys are enjoying this rebuild as well, there is another tactic and another rebuild going out from myself on the Sortitoutsi channel. Remember to put a link up just above my head, but also it'll be down in the description below. Massive thank you to the guys at Sortitoutsi. Absolutely buzzing at the fact that I can make content over there as well. So couldn't be happier with how things are going on YouTube at the moment. It's all because of your guys' fantastic support, and I thank you so, so much. In terms of the transfers we have made this season, £11 million on Brandon Williams. Now, Brandon Williams is a player that sort of disappeared into not a lot in real life. He doesn't really get to talk about at all at United. I don't think he's quite United level, but a very good left back nonetheless. Eager footed, can play right back as well. But he's been signed for just £11 million from West Ham, where he made 52 appearances in 2 seasons. Some great determination. He's quick, he can cross the ball, good at defending as well. So a very good signing there for £11 million. Another very good player who has not had the greatest season, maybe season and a half, at Everton. Ben Godfrey, I really like this guy. When he was at Norwich, I was screaming out for him to sign at Manchester United. And I mean, Rio Ferdinand was asking for him to come to United. He was a very highly sought after player. Hasn't quite worked out for him. A few big injuries, but very good player. Great work rate, pace, stamina. The Holy Trinity defensive stats are very good as well. He's determined, he's consistent, he enjoys big matches, plays short, simple passes, which is fantastic for us. Building up from the back, he is going to be absolutely key. And just £14.7 million as well. One player, again, I've never really heard of. Now, that's the thing I love about doing so many rebuilds at this point, is that we are just signing players that I've got no idea who they are. And Pablo Barrios, £27 million, is from the Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid sort of youth academy system. We paid an absolute bomb for him, but how good does he look as a DLP on support? Great first touch and passing. He's combative. He's got good pace, good stamina, great dribbling, great. He didn't finish too well, but his defensive stats are quite good as well. 11 marking, 12 tackling, great vision, great work, great gate teamwork, dictates the tempo, plays 1-2s, shoots from distance. He's an absolute key signing. Him and Sander Berg now playing next to Hackney are going to be fantastic for us. He is consistent, a little bit injury prone. We shall see how that turns out, but I think a very, very good signing from him. Another player, again, I try and sign new players all the time. Myron van Bredrode. That's not very good. I think he's at Alkmaar in real life, being signed for Valenciano on our save, where he's absolutely smashed it in a Liga 2. And now it's time for him to put that into the Premier League. As that left wing role, inside forward on attack, he looks outstanding. Great balance, great dribbling, great finishing, good composure, good flair, plays 1-2s, tries tricks, cuts inside from the left wing, good technique, good long shots, pace is there, 5'9", tricky little Dutch winger. Hopefully he can be a very good signing for us. Consistent, loves big matches, excited to see what he can do in the Premier League. It's not quite updated yet because I'm a little bit too soon, but we'll see how that puts us. Season number 4, I'm looking to get into the mid-table realms now. I want to see 11th, 10th. We want to see sort of mid-50s of points is very good progression. Before the last season, we make a push to get into Europe. That is the play. Can we do it? We're officially a mid-table side. We come in 10th position. I mean, in the prediction, we were sat down right again, down in 18th place, 600 to 1 to win the league. Obviously, we're not looking to win the league, but 10th place, I'm very, very happy with 52 points. So I said one in mid-50s, a few points short, but it would have maybe got us in the Europa Conference League. Another 3 points would have been fantastic. But 10th place, very, very happy with that. The Cups didn't go so well this season. Second rounded by Hull, third rounded by Fulham. But Sanderberg, highest average rating, highest goal scorer was the man, the myth, the legend, Cameron Archer, 17 goals for him. Myron van Berde, I did not expect to be this good, but very, very good season for him. 12 goals and 8 assists for this man. He's progressing very well as well. Chubakpom, just 2 assists this season. Maybe it's time, season number 5, to move on past him. Isaiah Jones, 5 goals and 11 assists. And that means that Hugo Ekitike has hardly played this season, so he's going to be leaving out the door. Pablo Barrios, our other big sign, and played just 16 games, 17 off the bench, but for a 21-year-old coming to the Premier League, he's progressed nicely. He's not unhappy. He's happy with the game time he got, and maybe next season he can progress into a real player. In terms of assists, the highest was Isaiah Jones. Brode was there. Brandon Williams, a good season, 6 assists, 1 goal. Sanderberg doing well, like I said. Barrios doing okay. Cameron Humphreys not really getting a look in through the door, so a bit of a shame on that side of things there. Would like to see him do a little bit better, but it seems like he's progressing into a very good centre attacking midfielder, which is rather interesting, rather than a DM. But that's how the team has shaped up. I think it's time to really go for it now. Defensive work, get the boys in. £50 million, finances wise, 100 million in the debt again in the debt. We love the debt. Under 21s, is there any very good young players? Yes, there is. Gaskin still 5-star. Legentes still 5-star. Ricardo Paulinho, I don't know who you are. Did I sign you at some point? I did. £1.6 million and left to back to his old team. Ricardo Paulinho looks fantastic, actually. A very good attack midfielder. Great flair, off the ball work, teamwork, technique. He looks very, very good. Alan Bingsley looks good. Finch looks good still. Under 18s, few more good players in here. Blessing Amidu from Zimbabwe, 15 years of old, looks very, very good. So the youth system here at Middlesbrough is fantastic. Dropped down to 17 now, but I'm sure we'll try and get that back up to 18. And to be honest, we probably will be able to as well. Season number 5, though, is the big one. It's the last one. We have to throw everything at it. So let's see the signings we can make to push to European football. There is some absolutely outrageous signings coming up for you guys for season number 5. And number 1 I'm going to show you is going to blow your mind. It's a Barry Eze, 17 dribbling, great flair, great composure, great balance. How much reckon we paid for Barry Eze? Palace got relegated, so it was £11 million, and that right there is a signing which can carry a team all the way to European football. A very good sign there in a Barry Eze. Next up, we got Brendan Aronson. £3.5 million. Leeds relegated. He hasn't really played much in Leeds, to be honest, in the last couple of seasons, but as a backup midfielder, he is fantastic. 39 appearances now for the USA, and as a DLP on support, very consistent. Doesn't really enjoy big matches, but we don't have too many of them around here. Didn't score a single goal for Leeds, but I think we drop him into this DLP on support role down here. He'll be very, very good for us. I mean, if you just put it in there as a centre mid role, it's basically the same. He is very, very, very good. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Brendan Aronson can provide for us. Next up, you've got Ruben, who is a centre attacking midfielder, which will be starting over Chuba Akpom. He looks outrageously good. I mean, decent finishing and dribbling, but his decision making, his determination, his flair, his technique, his agility, his balance, his pace, very, very good. 5'8", 18 years of age. So for 7.5 million from Oviedo. And Oviedo, we have done a save for them before. We've done a rebuild of them, but we've done it based off the youth academy. And that is the sort of player you can sign from there. He's now worth £70 million. That is absolutely outrageous. How much we pay for him? 7.5, I think I said. bargain, absolute bargain. Etienne Green has come in as a backup goalkeeper to Luis Junior. Diego Carriers Jr. is a very good young right back. Simon Willie as a backup to Brandon Williams. Pretty much the same. Eager-footed, left back, right back, very quick, good determination, decent defensive stats as well. Just 18 years of age for £2.4 million. Semi Guliskoi is the man who's going to try and lead the line for us this year over Cameron Archer. Them two together up top, rotating through the games. He's worth 55 to 64 million pounds. The Turkish man, 9 caps, 2 goals, 20 years of age now, very young in real life, from Besiktas. If you are interested in signing this guy on your save, great generation, great pace, great flair, technique, finishing, dribbling, and he comes deep to get the ball as well, which I quite like because it means the attack midfielder can go past him and score even more goals. And then the last signing we made, I believe, was a Berriese. I showed you that. And then we've got Anel Ahmedozovic from Bosnia and Herzegovina. He played at Sheffield United in real life. He's gone to Leicester on our save, and he's now come to Middlesbrough. He's been a backup defender for Leicester for most of his career, but he's now coming here to be a starter, and he looks brilliant. He might finally solve our defensive issues. I mean, he's very consistent. He's 6'3", he's 27 years of age. He enjoys big matches. He gets forward whenever possible, which, to be honest, I don't mind. Brings the ball to defence, refrains from taking long-range shots, and the squad is now looking very, very strong. Luis Junior in goal, Rosas, Godfrey, Akhmedovic and Williams as the back five. A very good back five from where we started. Berg and Barrios in midfield, Eze right wing, Van Burde left wing, Ruben in cam, and Semi Guliskoi up top. Obviously that might end up being Cameron Archer for quite a few games as well, but his star rating has dropped off a cliff just a little bit. I mean, he's been performing very well in game, but the star rating isn't quite there, which is why we ended up replacing him. In terms of sales, I don't think we made too many. Marcus Force left to Spartak Moscow, and Hugo Takike has gone out on loan to Bordeaux. So maybe if you guys want to try and revive his career, he will be there for you to sign. Martin Pereira ended up leaving. Wilhelmsen left. Bark Bowler left. Butland left. A few players going out on loan again. Sonny Finch, again, going out on loan. Potential was slowly dwindling. He's not quite developing into the player we wanted him to be. But Ricardo Paulinho for you guys is going to be absolutely fantastic. He's worth £51 million already, and he's just a young kid. So he's going to be very, very good for you. Let's see. Season 5, last season, 52 points. Can we do even better than that? I must say, I'm very happy with how this rebuild has gone. I didn't expect it to go quite as well. I expected to maybe get relegated first season and have to go back up through the championship. But a very, very good start of play so far. The tactic has been very, very good. I'm happy we put it through the rebuild test. But to show it's even better, let's see if we can secure Europe. I'd be very, very happy if we could for season number 5. Well, season 5, there was a big, big issue, which sadly, the signings we made did not quite work out. We did manage to finish in 12th place in the Premier League, so we're not relegated. But goal scoring wise, we really, really did struggle. I mean, Semi Guliskoi got 5 goals in 6 starts, 16 off the bench. I mean, the sim sort of done us over a little bit. Cameron Archer, 14 games, 15 starts. I mean, I don't know who even played up front. It might have been that Myron played quite a few games up front as well. I mean, in terms of the tactics, he played 22 games up front. So I thought we got a little bit done by the sim, which can happen on rebuilds. I mean, there's not really a lot you can do about that. But 12th place, 49 points. We are definitely now a mid-table Premier League side. I feel like we've rebuilt Middlesbrough to be back where they used to be. I mean, if you look at the graph now for Middlesbrough, not for the Premier League, because that would be a little bit wild, wouldn't it? Look at the graph. We are now stable. I remember them being around here. That's why it might make sense to me. Around 2007, 2008, I was, 8, 9, 10 years old. So that's when I remember Middlesbrough being a very, very good side. And then I remember a season of them, 16, 17. That seems not even too long ago. But now we are back, a stable Premier League side. The best finish in the last 20 years was last season. So very happy with how we have turned things around here at Middlesbrough. And I think you guys will be too. If you guys have enjoyed this rebuild, there'll be a Ipswich one this year, which is slightly different. I have 2 styles. The next one is going to be a 10-year rebuild, where I basically become the director of football. I make Kieran McKenna in charge of every single decision. So stick around for that one on the channel. That'll be on Sunday. So subscribe to the channel down here. And there's another rebuild tomorrow, which is being released on the Sortitoutsi website. On the channel, on the YouTube channel. That is going to be with Brighton using my Kempy's overpowered 4-3-3. So go ahead, head over there to subscribe to that channel to watch yesterday's video from there and tomorrow's rebuild. Content is everywhere. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll speak to you next time.